When I saw the pricing of Xiaomi 14 Ultra global version, I admired Xiaomi's courage. I was thinking, they are selling it for that kind of price, so that means they are ready to fight with Samsung and Apple, right? So I've been searching for the reason why it's so expensive for the past few days, then I found the answer now. The camera is its best weapon. By the way, I'm here in beautiful Barcelona to bring you live report from MWC24, so I can't get my hands on the Xiaomi 14 Ultra. So my colleague did the script for this video. He also did the Xiaomi 13 Ultra and Xiaomi 14 reviews, and I can assure you that this video will be as awesome as ever. And we would appreciate it if you can give a thumbs up for the teamwork here. Before I start the review, I want to make one thing clear. This Xiaomi 14 Ultra we have is the Chinese version. Compared to the global version, there are quite a few differences, like a bigger battery and more version options. The blue ceramic version you see here now is only available in China. If you can live with the Chinese ROM, which has slight problem in compatibility with non-Chinese apps, but Google mobile services is working fine. Even with the shipping and customs taxes, buying the Chinese version is still the cheaper option. So for those who are interested in the Chinese version, check out the link down below. Okay, let's start with the hardware of the Xiaomi 14 Ultra's camera system. As it is written on the screen, it is not a big upgrade from the 13 Ultra. The main camera sensor has been replaced and the aperture is bigger, though still 1 inch in size. The 5x telephoto camera's aperture is also bigger. There's also the 3.2x camera that finally has no crop. It's a lens with a true physical 75mm focal length. The ultra-wide camera has not changed at all, so we will focus mainly on the other 3 cameras. Let's be honest, whether it's an increased aperture or a longer physical focal length, it's all about having sharper or shallower depth of field photos in low light. Can the Xiaomi 14 Ultra do it? It does. But is it a big improvement? Not really. If I told you there was a huge difference in these photos, you'd be scolding me that you are blind. In terms of sharpness and depth of field, I'd be hard-pressed to say it's much of an improvement. Of course, if I zoom in on the photos to compare, then I can definitely see that the 14 Ultra will be a little better in every way. But really, very few people would zoom in a few times to see the detail like I did. So if you bought the Xiaomi 13 Ultra, congratulations, you can use it for another year. I don't mean that the 14 Ultra sucks, but because the 13 Ultra is already great. It seems like the 14 Ultra is a little bit sorry for its price. Oh, and for its Leica colors, you can check out our Xiaomi 13 Ultra camera test from last year. Since the 14 Ultra hasn't changed much, I won't repeat it again. Compared to that small improvement in image quality, I like 3 new features of the 14 Ultra. One is a macro mode. This time, both telephoto cameras support a super close focusing distance, making it possible to take so many unique photos. If you take a photo with the 13 Ultra at the same distance, you will just get a blurry photo. The second feature is Ultra Zoom, which uses AI to enhance image quality. This feature has appeared on phones from Huawei and Honor and has received mixed reviews because some people feel that the AI will make the photography unrealistic and others think it's fine as long as the image quality gets better. The good news is that the Xiaomi 14 Ultra activates this feature only when the zoom exceeds 30x, and a switch is provided to let you choose for yourself whether to activate it or not. This feature is still in beta and sometimes it won't help. It also doesn't activate it in low light, so don't shoot objects too far away is the right thing to do. The last feature is extended depth of focus, which makes the depth of field deeper. This allows you to get a sharp photo without having to shrink the aperture. Because it is a multi-frame composite, it will also have a stronger HDR effect. This is very helpful for taking pictures of food. Xiaomi also knows that its portrait mode hasn't been working well, so it has developed a new mode, the Master Portrait mode. In this mode, the contrast of the portrait is reduced. Too much contrast in Leica portrait mode can bring out a lot of flaws. I'm sure your girl will like the new Master Portrait much better. While the Xiaomi 13 Ultra already supports 4 cameras to record 4K 60fps videos, you still have to stop recording if you want to switch camera. The 14 Ultra solved this problem this time around by switching between the 4 cameras as you want in recording. Thanks to the more power-efficient sensor, you can also record 4K 120fps videos. Unfortunately, unlike the Nubia Z60 Ultra that can do it with all cameras, only the main camera can do it on Xiaomi 14 Ultra. Cinematic mode still only supports 1080p 30fps. Even though the new Master Cinema mode can record a 4K 10-bit HLG video, it can only be recorded with the main camera and is locked at 30fps. So like the cinematic mode, I don't really like using it. To compete with Samsung and iPhone, the 14 Ultra selfie camera now supports 4K 60fps video recording as well. There's no autofocus yet, but that's a good start. I'm a big fan of using Pro mode when using the Xiaomi 13 Ultra because Auto mode has one bad thing: the default exposure is too high. If you need to lower the exposure, you need to click and slide down later like this, which is too troublesome. The 14 Ultra's EV adjustment button is one of my favorite features this time around. You don't need to switch to Pro mode to take cinematic photos. The Pro mode has also been upgraded for the more professional users. In addition to the custom tonality, tones, and sharpening that the 13 Ultra already has, it also allows users to save presets, so you can quickly change your photography parameters depending on the scene. Xiaomi has also teamed up with Adobe to enable the 14 Ultra to take 16-bit RAW photos and recognize them in Photoshop and Lightroom. I can show you a 16-bit photo in an 8-bit video, but it's like a RAW photo that's been composited over multiple images, and at a glance, you can see which one is the better choice. In China, you can just pay an extra $97 to get this photography kit. Just like the old model, the new photography kit allows you to install a 67mm filter. The way to put the filter on has been upgraded. Removing the filter requires you to press this button, the same way you change the lens on a professional camera. This new grip has also been changed from a Bluetooth link to a Type-C link, which will make this shuttle leg much smaller. What's even more interesting is the new battery in the grip, which makes it a power bank for your cell phone and allows you to charge your phone at full power without removing it. Now that makes this camera kit even more worth buying. Xiaomi is a company that listens to the users, so this time, as we've expected, it comes with the ability to customize the function for the grip buttons and the wheel. Last time I complained that there was no way to quickly switch between the various cameras with a single click. This time, they fixed it. This is why I love Xiaomi. The photography kit isn't always perfect though. For example, there's still no way to switch lenses via the grip in Pro mode. Sometimes the unresponsive bug can also make you miss some great moments. But all in all, it is an excellent photography accessory and I would recommend all photography enthusiasts to buy it. In theory, the screen on the Xiaomi 14 Ultra is the same as the 14 Pro with the C8 panel from TCL. There's a boost in brightness though, which is about the same as the S24 Ultra. If you want to say what's good about this screen, it has to be the dimming. DC-like and 1920Hz P7 dimming is something Samsung and iPhone never had. A lot of people hate curved screens, but the curved side of the 14 Ultra screen is so small that you can't take it as a curved screen. The display area is almost flat, plus the four sides are almost equal in width. I think it's just a perfect screen here. Like other image-focused phones, the 14 Ultra's performance isn't exactly top-notch. The benchmark scores are average, no surprises there. The gaming experience was better than expected, even with some lag. Overall smoothness and power consumption were excellent. At least much better than the S24 Ultra. This should be the second phone besides the Nubia Z60 Ultra that managed to top both the photography and the gaming experience. When I saw this 90-watt charger while unboxing, I knew it hadn't upgraded its wireless charging power. Well, thanks to a policy change in China, wireless charging power for Xiaomi phones has finally gone back to 80 watt. But there's a bad news: because of a change in the location of wireless charging coils, it may not be compatible with all charging docks. For perfect charging at 80 watt, you will have to buy their latest charging dock. This time, the Xiaomi 14 Ultra also comes with a 5300 mAh Jinsha River battery. Other than the gimmicky name, Xiaomi does brought a bigger battery with new materials that's just good for consumers. So after watching the review, do you think the Xiaomi 14 Ultra worth the 1,500 euros price tag? To be honest, I do think it's still a bit expensive because the more proud camera system hasn't received many upgrades compared to the 13 Ultra. But if you buy it in China, I think it's worth it. The Xiaomi 14 Ultra is definitely a phone that can compete with the S24 Ultra or the iPhone 15 Pro Max. It's just that Xiaomi still needs some time to prove that it's the best one. After all, Samsung is 86 years old man, Apple is also 48 years old, but Xiaomi is just a 14-year-old kid. It has a lot of potential to become world #1. Alright, I'm Will from Gizmochina recording this video in Barcelona. See you next time.